Conquer Coaches, what's up? We're back here for the Coaches Corner for this week. And in this session, I want to talk to you guys about manipulation. Now, manipulation from movement, manipulation with patterns of gymnastics, manipulation with patterns of a barbell, with barbell movement, manipulation with technique and patterns of running, biking, and rowing. Now, when I'm talking about manipulation, there's some variances here, okay? I'm talking about how can we, in the middle of fatigue, in the middle of chaos, recognize our fatigue factors, and then from there, manipulate the movement pattern in a way that's going to allow us inside the sport to maintain capacity, maintain speed, maintain intensity, and or help facilitate our ability to flush or clear lactate in order to maintain the performance that we need to inside the sport. Okay, and lots of this comes down to this true long-term practice of the sport, understanding resiliency. For instance, if I'm playing basketball, and the longer I play basketball, the more crafty I become on the court, meaning the more I can understand defenses or pick coming the way they're set up, the more I can understand and manipulate my body position to get around a pick or to anticipate a pass. The longer you play the sport of football, if you're a wide receiver, the more crafty you become on running patterns and seeing foot positioning in order to make a quick split and move into another pattern. Inside the sport of CrossFit, very similar things occur. However, there's some protocols that have to come into place. Number one, we have to first and foremost build the pure raw strength for that movement, right? Whether that's with a barbell, whether that's from a gymnastics component. If we're talking about machines, then we need to first build a true capacity, the true aerobic capacity, a true foundation. So we have to think about whatever that movement is, what is the true foundation or basement of that movement that has to be built and built upon. From there, we add controlled volume, right? And we're slowly bringing up the volume, and then with that obviously comes the intensity component. Now, inside the intensity component, we want to put it in a controlled fashion, something that's completely manageable for the prescription of intensity. Once we're able to achieve that, we then add a little bit of chaos with dynamic contractions. Now, here's where the cool part comes. If we've built upon the ability of pure strength and we continually maintain that and layer that as we work on the other components, and we built the ability to become resilient amongst volume and their intensity, once we add chaos and or other dynamic contractions, we then have a better ability and higher recognition of fatigue factors. Once we establish and feel fatigue factors settle in, we can then work on different patterns of the movement in order to increase speed, clear, flush lactate, or offset and maintain intensity. And those are some key things that come up around manipulation of movement, whether that's rowing, biking, skiing, running, high volume reps, clean and jerks, snatches, squats, barbell placement, muscle ups. How can we continually work to increase speed, intensity, and efficiency of the movement while offsetting fatigue, right? So think about that as you guys are progressing in your programs. Don't put the cart before the horse. Don't work on barbell manipulation intensity first. If we're talking about gymnastics and barbell work, build the strength first. If we're talking about machine work, build that true aerobic capacity first, right? Intensity is overrated when looking to progress for the sport. You have to first build everything else before you add the intensity. Hope that helps. Let me know if you guys have any questions.